Hello, fellow adventurers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Pillars of Eternity. Now, I stated I am never going to let this game beat me. It has come close. It has almost made me want to completely stop playing this game 100%. However, I promised somebody to play this game from start to finish. Well, here we go. Alright, so I'm trying to remember what I did last time. I let the guy go that was, I'll let him go. I have no idea who was actually responsible for that lady who stabbed the dude in the neck. This poor guy's been waiting outside this head for a while. Oh, yes. I wanted to go to the fishmonger and settle the fishmonger problem. Cue the framework fans. He said to come back at night. I'm wondering if my thief girl has a high enough stealth to go over there and just grab it and run away. Let's save the game and try that. Because I don't want to wait around until nighttime. That'd be dumb. And there's no way to accelerate time as far as I can tell. If there's a way to do it, please, someone, feel free to tell me. I'm guessing when the red symbol's there, they're not hidden. Alright, so I'm guessing that's where it's at. The clerk! I wasn't expecting anyone to come by the fishery for a while. I guess the proper way to go about really carry on like a business as usual. Can I get you anything? Let me see what you have. Ooh, overseeing ring. What does that do? Plus 10% ability area of effect. That could be handy for my wizard. Ivory worm figurine. A small, finely crafted figure of a worm was carved from bone. Summon 2 worms! Oh, I need that. That'd be cool to have, but... Trade. I don't think I can. There's just too many people looking in the direction she's going in. Oil. Tools. So yeah, it's got to be that chest back there. Alright, let's try and rest. I'd like a room. What hour did they put me at? Hour 19, good. Oh, God, it's still light out. I wonder if they're all still working. Alright, good. Rogue. Do roguey things. Archer's bracelet. What? Okay. Reach in the barrel and find the bracelet. A thick aura of essence clings to it, fresh with memory. You find yourself drawn into it. In the memory, you stride into a fishery. The floors are swept clean, but the wood is still splotched with snow melt. And fish guts. Oh, pardon me. Snow melt and fish guts. Lovely. A man hunkers into the corner, his head's nodding forward as if in sleep. He looks up drowsily as you approach. It's Graydon. His face is youthful, but sallow. Oh, he's been crying. And his hair hangs with stringy locks. You feel a page of anger and pity at your brother's debauchery. Ardra, his voice is a little more than a crook. It's past midnight. Your throat feels tight. Gain wipes his nose, then examines the mangled blood and powder on the back of his hand. He shrugs. Your fingers clench around coarse, thick fabric, your father's best wool cloak, tucked under your arm. Go to the Rid Carriers, I don't know, or Defiance Bay, or effing Era Glenfeather. I don't care. You hurl it at the ingrate huddled in the floor. He picks up the cloak and looks at it with the same sort of I'm sorry, my throat's drying out. Same solid dull wonder. He wipes his nose on the lining. Oh, that's great and wonderful there. A sudden rush of fury leaves your limbs with weak and raw. I'll tell them, Mayor Syhoid. The neighbors, everyone. You force the words through your teeth. About what? He mumbles, turning his words from the morass of snot and saliva. The stealing. You think I haven't noticed the money missing from the fisheries coffers? Or hard tenant talk about losing a gold duck? A gold duck. You whisper, afraid even now that someone will overhear you, and the words scorch your throat. You cannot be fond when there's work to do. But every time those merchants' wagons roll into town, you've got coin enough for a few bags of ripple sponge. Is that like a cake or something? Ripple sponge? I'll have some tasty ripple sponge. Raiden blinks back at you. No, that's not. He rubs his red-rimmed eyes. Your own grow warm and blurry. Stalwart tolerates your sponge habit, but they won't abide your thieving. You touch your bracelet, a gift from the mother, plucking at your beads. Plucking at your beads. You won't. He raises, steadier on his feet than you would have thought. I will. You stride towards him. I wouldn't have shamed mother and father while they were living, but I won't let this keep up. Your anger swallows the last of your pity, angry at him for putting you in this position, for the doubting your resolve, for failing to see. You're close enough to smell his stale, sour breath when he pushes you. You fall, reaching his widening eyes, and the ceiling spinning into a vision. Isn't this just like him? Graydon with his fool tantrums, never thinking of anybody but himself. And now you're going to be nursing a headache for a week. Just goes to show you you can't help some people. But remember him to your baby brother. Running through the snow, slipping, falling on the ice, and you're slipping and falling, and there's a table behind you, but it shouldn't. The memory ends abruptly, jolting you back into the present with your heart hammering, and your palms sweating. There. Palms sweating. Ah, so he killed his sister. Lovely. Fisher door creaks open, and in walks Graydon, staring at you and the bracelet in surprise and outrage. His face drains of color. You take shelter in our village, and then ransack it like a common thief. You'd better explain yourself. His voice shakes, as do his wide, squared shoulders. Galvino told me you were a rippled sponge addict. Seems you're much more than that. I was just looking around. And rummaging through the fishery private supplies under the cover of night? I think not. Even as he speaks to you, his eyes are fixated on the bracelet. A flush raises in his face. You killed your sister, Ardra, right here in this room. He opens his mouth to reply, but the words catch in his throat. The guard next to him stares at the bracelet, recognition turning to horror. Worth coming back for this alone. Oh, I love her. She's great. It was an accident. I was a failure and a wretch then, but I've never would have killed anyone, least of all my own kin. He turns his gaze down, offering an apology to his own clenched fists. I'm gonna let him hang himself. I gave her body to the lake, but I kept her bracelet to remember the cost of my own weakness. He loosens his hands and stares at the emptiness in the leathery palms. I ain't asking for forgiveness. I know I don't deserve any. My presence is my work on behalf of the village, and they need it, truly. You've seen the shape of this place is in. Have mercy on Stalwart, if not me. No, you can't get away with this. Let me do work Adra's would have done. That's my debt to Stalwart, and the only fitting way to honor my sister. Horror my sister, dear Lord. He looks up at you, his eyes bright and clear. No, I don't trust you. Sorry, I had to scratch my eyeball. Yeah, this irritates me. You have to have a perception of 15 to see what's going on here. No, you can't get away with this. Shame. Was counting on you to do some good around here. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're 6 strapping adventurers. You think this idiot would be like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't. That's annoying. Sad and annoying. This dude should have turned himself in and saved his two friends. The question is, who do I turn the bracelet into now? Probably this lady. I run the village with an iron fist, yar! Oh, of course, she doesn't care. Should I bring it back to Gilvino? To be honest, I don't have an issue with the Animancers and what they do. I mean, as long as they do it to evil people, I don't care. I loved my one Rifts character I made where I was playing a necromancer who was called the Warden. And all I did was I would just find evil people and I would turn them into undead monsters for me. Hireling payday, 500 copper pieces. Oh, this is a cool dude. That dude's pretty chill. I liked him. I have news about Graydon. Yes. Does that sniveling cur hide in his home? Or has he been exiled to a place even more frigid and foul? I learned that he murdered his sister. Diverus! The man is even more of a wretch than I thought. What of him now? Surely the villagers strung him up in his fishing line. When he saw what I was up to, he attacked. I had to kill him. I would have preferred that he did not escape his ignominy so quickly. Still, I'm grateful for your help. I will open a good wine tonight. As for you, take this. I'll awaken somebody. I want to know more about the expedition and who came before you, as I would, but there's little to tell. They never gave their names. He tugs at his whiskers. But they seem to know more about the battery than the others, which is unusual because they did not seem like the typical adventurers. He raises his snowy eyebrows. Their hands were smooth and marked with ink, not scars. Oh, it's the more the followers of what's their faces, of that guy who was the guy that was just like, leave the magic item over there. Trust me, somebody will find it, and that's how it's supposed to be found. And they were traveled light, unusually so. He rubs his chin. Unusually, indeed. What do you suppose they were looking for? Whale himself could not said. And yeah, Whale. Yeah. Followers of Whale. And I haven't the time to concern myself with the business of scavengers. Something else, Cure? So, folk of the road enacted on a rumor that hair of the dead virgin that was bound and buried alive can cure horribone. Not only has it resulted in horrifying attacks against young women, but unscrupulous merchants have been taking to selling bits of hair. Ew. I was unable to find the source of the rumors plaguing Rhodes End and the surrounding Eldrum of Helgic. The local authorities assisted in breaking up mobs, punishing would-be punishing would-be murderers, and preventing more young women from being buried alive. Oh, lovely. Oh, duh. Lovely. I'm an idiot. So I gotta find this group of people who knew how to get into the battery. Or I can take the shortcut and force that one lady into her old life, which would suck for her. As Zero leaves the stronghold. I went to the stronghold. He wasn't anywhere there. Or is that the general goods merchant? I don't know. What was that? A scholars where would I be staying? Probably the inn. Most comfortable spot. Us creatures of comfort, scholars. Oh, that's neat to know. Child, villager. Freya. Thought I'd find shelter when I stumbled across a little village. Guessing you did too, eh? Freya raises her frosty mug to you. Even though the warmth of the hearth reaches you here, her hands are wrapped in wearing wool, and her ears muffled, pardon me. Her face has a taunt, wind-beaten look of someone who's recently come in from the cold. As much blood as there was in the streets, I'm lucky the ale's still flowing. She takes a drink, and as she tilts her head back, you see the bruises purpling her jaw, and the crimson bloom of scraped knuckles. Read her soul! In front of you, Freya swaddles hands, working quickly to bundle and tie a perilous parcel. With you are a man and another woman, both similarly occupied. The three of you stand in a small hut. It's nearly bare, but for the rickety table before you. Oh, it's Rickety, not Ricky. And the 3 cots piled with furs. The man hips a parcel like something rare and precious. That's the last of them. Chuck the rest of the supplies. Well, I load these. He disappears through the door into the howling gale. The door swings shut with a loud clap. You sure about the route? The other woman, Francesca, looks up at you. Her face is mostly covered by a fur hat and swivel layers of thick knit kerchiefs. But her voice is clear enough. Not much choice. Snows have covered most of the other passes. This one gets just enough traffic to stay open. You feel the answer ring out of your own throat. The thought doesn't bring either of you much comfort. You don't mention the real issue, which is the Lanam's made up his mind. Francesca stares at you for several seconds, apparently thinking the same thing. You can't see her expression clearly enough to tell whether she's resigned or preparing an argument. She shoves out the door without another word. Freya stands in front of you, distracted with the contents of her mug. She doesn't seem to have noticed your momentary lapse. Watch yourself if you're heading out to the battery. There's more than ogres to worry about. She takes a deep drink from her mug in her hand. What exactly happened to you? A lot of the whispers about Durgan's battery were just village superstition. And maybe they are, but I might have been on my guard if I'd listened. I was part of an expeditionary hunting for the relics from Durgan's battery. We'd picked up a good haul, too. She takes a slow swallow of her beer. So it figures that when the winds pick up and the sky starts dumping snow, we lost sight of the road. Meanwhile, something else found us. Took Lanam out before we even realized we were surrounded. And then we see him coming out of the snow. These little four-armed, rolling lungfish, Afith. They're called. She shakes her head, staring at the embers of the fire pit. Quick little bastards. Francesca and I held them off as long as we could, but when they filled her full of darts, freaking blow darts. How? Yet again, offer still stands. If somebody can tell me how a lizard man makes a valve with his mouth to use a blowgun, I will buy a free copy of Megabonk. To that person. 100% free. No charge. You win. I turned tail and ran. Found my way here and thanked my luck for escaping the lung feather. Lagu feather? Then come to find out that this town had an ogre problem. She laughs bitterly. Not anymore. I solved that problem. What do you do now? At least you made it. You can't mean to leave those relics behind. Don't I know it? I need to get to those artifacts. Not that I'm in shape to go after them myself, but I can't afford to return to Defiance Bay without something to show for my expedition. Apprehension creeps into her expression. She stares into her mug, swirling the contents. But you've got your own expedition to the battery, don't you? While you're out there, maybe you could look for my goods, whatever's left of them. I'm guessing these are the people that talked to Gavino. She looks up from her mug, hopefully. I'll give you a cut of anything you bring back. Of course, I ain't asking for charity. I just can't afford to go home empty-handed. She brushes her nails along the side of her mug as that anxious look returns. I found your goods. Oh, I found them already. Oh, okay. She rubs her hands together. You've saved my hide. I can't thank you enough. But I hope you'll take this. Fair enough. I'll take that as a reward then. Item battered shipment. 500 copper. Thanks again. With a little luck, I'll trade these blizzards in for breeze soon enough. Party gains 5,994 experience points. Total experience points gained 5,900. What? Andre, hey there, good timing. You can watch me trounce Biteward. I knew you love this place, Barbaco Jones. I thought I crossed the startled fish. Alright, I'll read this and I'll get back to you. Okay, so you got in a fist fight with a Crucible Knight. Alright, yet again, I'll read this and get back to you. It was just about him having bad dreams? It's bizarre. Okay. Back to looking for these scholars. How do you dig a basement? Ah! I'm just walking around. The hero of the hour, he laughs. Hefrick sent you down to check on us. We ain't causing trouble, on my word. It's all for the moment, just... I'll read this, I'll get back to you. He was... I can't describe what he was thinking on YouTube, but he was thinking something with air quotes. Dozens. Care to test your luck? Each of us puts down 50 pans. With 3 wins, you take the 100. Could explain the rules if you like. No thanks. So where would these scholars go? Nothing I can do for you. Hefrick's got me straightening the rooms, but I'll help you. Lead your soul. Essence, and almost instantly find yourself wrapped in darkness. It takes you a moment to realize that you've plummeted into a very old memory. But as your eyes adjust to the torchlight, you find yourself standing in a gloomy tunnel that you instinctively recognize as part of Durgan's battery. A handful of figures in patchy cloaks and hoods Dwarves like you hunch over a minecart. They're loading it with the cloth-wrapped bundles from which you see the occasional flash of metal. The edge of the blade or burnished glow of a plate. The other dwarves scurry with a curious mixture of haste and caution. They stack the bundles of the din of muted clangs and thumps, following the echoes of their ruckus down the tunnel with nervous eyes. Pay attention! The sooner we get this done, the sooner we can go. Your voice is dry and whispers, and you nervously tingle with energy. You feel the same apprehension that the others do, but unlike them, you relish it. Still, you look over the shoulder just in case. One of the men addresses you. We're hurrying, Captain Gregor. Honest. When you turn back, the others redoubled their efforts, and you feel pleasurable twist in your gut as they fill the cart. Being the captain with the guard doesn't pay much, but it does allow you to visit the armory without raising eyebrows. And with Commander Zoltan selling off half of the battery's arsenal, who's going to notice a few more missing pieces? Besides, you've got a buyer lined up. As long as you can move these goods out of the battery before something squeals. You pull back from the memory of to find Oyens staring at you. Sir? Excuse me, sir? You alright? So I'm going to save my game right here. And I'm going to awaken both of them. Because I don't think I'm able to find these scholars. There's no hint or clue where that just... Oh, they talked to Gavino. Gavino, where'd they go? Somewhere. And I was like, oh, well, they're still in town. I mean, well, in town, they're not going to go anywhere. And then I found the millennial. I was like, oh, okay, so she's one of them. Now, nope. Oof. So I'm going to use the device to awaken them. Or is the device to confirm? Tremor passes through Tenna's face, and then her rumpled skin goes slack. After a reeking cough, she blinks like someone slowly coming to consciousness. That name, it carries memories of death, war, fury, and the taste of blood. What do you want with it? Her eyes have grown unusually clear. Careful now. These are dire potents of whatever is waking within her. I need to know how to enter Durgan's battery. What trickery is this, stranger? You think Pogron would so easily betray her own people? Her hands clench and unclench around the imaginary weapon. Zonova's essence stirs with the same battle-ready fervor you sensed in her memory from Durgan's battery. She is dangerous. It's an old lady. Dear Lord, she probably has hip issues. I gotta punch an old lady. Beneath the Soviet, Tenna overwhelmed, conscious struggles. The last year people disappeared hundreds of years ago. There is nothing left to betray. Zenovus' rage is a heavy fog that clots and thickens, choking Tenna's fading consciousness. Zenova herself is overwhelmed, and she forces Tenna's eyes into narrow slits. Lies! Armsward and Mern will see you cast into the White Forge. And like, look around. Would you be here, stuck in an old woman's body, if I were lying? Zenova at least overwhelms Tenma's screaming through the old woman's mouth. In that instance, Zenova's psyche expands, filling you with a lifetime's worth of memories and experiences, including a set of verses that you know to be the cadence of Dagon's battery. Hammers of Dagon's ring loud. May the anvil's deep music resound. Walls of the battery safeguard our works for marauders and the wilder alike. Abaddon's faithful travel by the forge, and the fires that brighten the ore. It's too much for Tenma's dying consciousness. It shrivels and vanishes as Zenova, now in full control of Tenma's body, attacks. Oh, Jesus Christ. I better get out of town before I break something else. I leveled up! And I got a free house! Hello, bird lady. Okay, now I'm done leveling up. Let's go into that battery. Yeah, I killed an old lady. Well, I technically didn't kill her. I was summoned the spirit. $8 Now I've effectively decimated this poor town. Watch, this is when I find those people like, oh, hey, what's going on? We're just hanging out here by the battery. Oh, I would so be angry. My anger would know no bounds. Oh, that's not an elevator. No. Oh, where's that stupid battery? Man, we're a bunch of dwarves. We're gonna go and do dwarvy things and make dwarvy castles that do dwarvy stuff. I am so glad it doesn't replenish bad guys after you've killed them. I'd be so annoyed if I had to fight those stupid lizard men again and again and again. Place the anvil tile to the relief. Oh God, what was the order? Chime of the metal Oh no, I gotta know how to... Oh. Push relief. The buzz of the instant fades. Continue. Strike the relief. As your single ringing tone whistles through the air, your hand buzzes with vibrance like struck metal. When you look back at the relief, the panels on either side of the wall, the anvil, have come alive. Alan's faith travel by the forge of the fires of brightening. That was the last one. That was the last thing he said. Push on the door. Push this relief. Press the panel. Strike the warrior. Okay. Strike the anvil relief. Press on the panel, push on the door. I'm going to try multiple combinations and I'll get back to you. Alright, so that was annoying. Fires catches the warm vapor with a billowing whoosh. The dragon's eyes are alight and flame lick at the edges of its mouth. A few seconds later, the panel slides away from you as the two enormous doors swing open into the grand hall. That was an annoying door. Got me an achievement for beating it, though. Oh, that was lovely. Oh, that's not going to be a boss. Abaddon is, whatever. Oh, God. Ghosties! All in whole and gold. These are not ours, where you've forgotten how to hold a sword. Interesting. I'm going to save my game here because I know I'm going to fight some horrendous undead. An undead golem! What? It's immune to electricity, vital points, and it doesn't bleed. Twice over. And because it's a golem, fire doesn't affect it either. Matter of fact, when you hit it with fire, it heals it. Because it's an iron golem. Oh. That was probably one of the more devastating things I can remember doing when I was playing my Artificer back in D&D. 3.5, if I remember correctly. So I had made myself an iron golem. And I had loaded it with repair runes. It basically was just a walking wall. And back then you could actually program the infusions so that when X happened, Y happened. So when he got below 20% health, the repair runes automatically activated. I thought that was cool. I liked that. Nowadays I don't have that at all. You just heal golems. You just cast a healing spell, and boom, it's healed. What? Oh, she actually unlocked the door. Oh boy, more ghosts. Damn you both. My generation built this keep to honor Abaddon. Not to further your greed and ambitions. We're Pergarants. Our forefathers explored and conquered, but you've stuck us in this frigid hall. Paved with gold and marble. I won't allow us to abandon our legacy for your delusions. No, you'll peddle it peddle it away, so line your pockets. How much have you made selling our steels, Ultron? Again with your lies. You think I don't hear you turning the others against me? These walls echo, and enough! I'll send the Forge Guardians on both of you, if that's what it takes. Bah, Forge Guardians, I guess. Battered shield wall. Why did she just charge in? Aim at that one, guys. Save the rogue, everybody. Oh, God. It didn't die. That is the dumbest thing ever. Oh, he went stealthy, and you can't see him in the midst of combat. But you can't go stealth in the midst of combat. Interesting. Oh, it was an undead cleric. Requires lore 8 to read. So far, these aren't too bad. Ah, fiddlesticks, a shadow. Alright, you... Oh, I love that. That was good. This whole turn... Turn him into goo. Oh. The Durgan cogwheel. That's better than the... I mean, that kind of wheel. Aura of Stealth. Ooh. Ooh, Sketskis. A bill of sale. Let's equip that stealth thing. Forgotten tears of the beloved. Give her that. Give that to him. I wish I could enchant these. The hoods. Yeah, I'll take on with the brass face. Okay. Grab that. Grab wine. Yay, wine! That's definitely not a secret door. He's a traitor to the battery. So far, these dwarves have been pushovers no matter everything else I've encountered here. Should bring the walls down around us. Letter to the Zoltan. Okay, so basically they invited people and it caused problems. And apparently the people embarrassed the guy who invited them. Potion of Death Store. Daily affirmations. Something tells me that's going to be important. Oh well, don't care. Figure it out later. Let's get out! Get out! Yeah, so far these guys are pushovers. For as hard as it was to get to this point. Let's see how much time I have left. These stupid slimes, I hate them. Ice Blight. I already beat that thing down. Blood Bowl beat it down. Like, I haven't had to use a campfire once. I know what those cogs are for. Melee damage bonus. Melee damage bonus. Can she equip that? No. You know what? I'll give that to the rogue. Plus 7% melee damage. Heck yeah! Put that sucker on. My favorite rogue can have that. She's definitely earned her weight in gold. Can I enchant this further? I can. More might, more constitution, more resolve. I don't know what resolve is good for, but I want to give her perception. Oh! Spirits. Broken bronze statue. Ooh. So like when I summoned those tendrils and just tore those dudes to pieces. That spell has been worth every penny. I hate when it does that. You didn't double click enough. Why is my cleric running over here? Oh, that's not my cleric, it's my whiz. Trap triggered. Lovely. Whoa, what the heck was that? I just did a boatload of damage to that guy. This is enjoyable. I am enjoying this part. This is a good part where I'm getting to just murder things for murder reasons. No, wait, no. Oh, of course, I selected the one person. Okay. I hate to use one lockpick out of 30. He'll regret this. Any traps? Major reflect. Try grind how to try grind out. Battered helmet. Gordon, the world around you blurs and fades into black. When your vision returns, you find yourself in a small wooden hut. I almost said butt. Its interior dimly lit by the embers in a nearby fire pit. You're wearing mail around several sizes too large for you, and clenched in your hands is the ivory horn of some sea creature. One end sharpened to a point. What are we going to do, Gerdruth? Your sister, Katha, huddles near you, her wide eyes fixated on your hut's door, which has been barred shut. The door shudders and splinters beneath heavy blows coming from the other side. In raging, rolling, you can be heard just beyond the door. All at once, the world halts around you. The pounding stops. Wooden splinters from the door hang suspended in the air. Kathis no longer trembles, no longer breathes. Her eyes fixated in one place, like a doll. The wisp of essence you had followed to this point in the memory has dwindled to little more than a faint trail. However, you find by concentrating on what might have happened next, you are able to sense whether it is truly dead. Take cover behind the door. No sooner does your mind touch on the possibilities that the world lurches back into motion, the thunderous impact strikes the door. The door crushes inward as a young girl screams. A large creature resembling a bear, and taller than a man, in your tribe, steps in to the hut with a triumphant roar. It doesn't notice you crouch beside the door. Stab the creature behind. You plunge the horn deep into the creature's back, and it's howling and thrashes in agony. Keith dodges past the creature and flees the hut, and you're not far behind. The roars of the creature fade. Is that how it happened? It's been so long. Hard to remember. I had the vision. I picked up on the battered helm. It's missing the horn. A helm. Yes, my helm. I remember it. But who was I? Why haven't I returned to the wheel? Maybe if you knew who you were, you would know whether it is time to move on. The helm is all that remains of my old life. If you have found some of me within one piece, perhaps my memories are scattered with the rest of it. Perhaps there is a piece to be found, and its reassembly. I'll track down the other parts of the helm. Thank you, my friend. Yep, sure, go ahead and open that. Ooh, Durgan Steel. And, you know what, might as well use the one camp I've got. Lots of nothing news to report. Let's see. Alright, now where to next? Lots of dead dwarves here. Man, that could be a really cool necromancer class, where you're an undead dwarf that makes undead constructs, like bone golems and stuff like that. As you approach the doorway, a wave of essence ripples through the air. The ancient stones grind and groan around you, and a woman's voice echoes from the hall. Stop right there, human. You must be some merchant. Come to speak with Zoltan. Is it Zoltan or Zoltan? Because I've seen it spelled with both an O and a U. There's a pause in which the woman's wrathful essence gathers like a storm cloud on the other side of the door. The entire room creaks from the pressure of the presence. Don't look at me. Manipulation is your tool. Manipulation? Our illustration coin master may let you plunder our armory, but I've got other ideas of dealing with you a lot. Her voice is sharp and loud, like a slamming of the door. As her words echo in the chamber, the ghosts startle and flinch, glancing about the agitation. Turn and go before I show you how to arms wardens deal with trespassers. Wilton invited me to a meeting. Invited me. Like keys, see things in here. I've kind of learned the secrets of the White Forge. I'm here for your famed weapons. I'm just looking around. Who are you? That is a good question. What should I do here? Then I'll see that your corpse shows him the proper use of the Durgan Steel. More ghosts! I hate ghosts. That ghost just explode? Fragment of maroon. Yeah, I am a maroon. Alright, how is it healing itself? Oh, 110 damage, dang. Near death. Alright, let everybody recover. Alright, I'm going to save my game here. That scene was supposed to be a hard fight. The hardest part of that fight was the ghosts. Because the ghosts themselves, you have to have magic weapons to hurt them. Granted, everybody here has a magic weapon now. Yes, before I was doing 1 point of damage, those darn things. Oh god, that sucked. That is my problem with traps. I don't detect them until the last second. And oh look, everybody got jacked up because of it. Alright, this is a good enough spot to stop. I'm going to save it here. I'm actually in the battery. I'm doing this for about an hour now. I'll get the video edited and up on YouTube in a second. So I want to do more talking head videos about what I think about the current state of gaming at the moment. I would like to start doing that. I'm irritated with a lot of things that are going on in gaming, but I'm also very pleasant, like oh, I think that's a great idea that they're doing that. I don't know anymore. But yeah. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and save my game here. And as always, stay classy.